being thankful is going to be the thing that gets you to that next level. So he says, I'm grateful for blessings, God, my drive. What are you grateful for today? The vision, another day to achieve my goals. I love it. Like, what are you actually grateful for? We got 41 on the call right now. We can let's keep that joint going up. So grateful for life. Listen, I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful to be able to stand here in front of y'all and actually talk. I'm grateful that you're 41 people on the call listen to my voice. That's crazy to me, right? So I love starting off with grateful. Why do I always start off with gratefulness? Because understand that the key to really having success, the key to really getting the things that you want, you have to be grateful, right? I don't know too many people who are ungrateful and have the success that they necessarily desire. I don't know too many people who have the success that they want and have disdain or have ungratefulness in their heart, right? Because understand that we are lucky because we have another chance, right? It's some people who didn't have the ability to wake up this morning, and because we do, we have to be grateful for even the ability to wake up and actually take on this next level, right? So we got to get into content because I don't want to be long. I hate being long with it. I want to be not eternal, but I want to be effective. So number one, guys, today we're going to be talking about on this first call that I've done for everybody in 2020. We're going to be talking about, and I really think it's important, is the basics to success, right? The basics to success. The basics to success, right? Because I understand that every single person on here, hopefully every single person on here has a goal, right? Hopefully every single person has something they're actually working on. They're working on getting, right? I hope every single person has a achievement that they want to get to, right? So number one, and it's gonna be interactive. I like getting people to talk to me in the call, talk to me in the chat. I don't just like y'all hearing my voice and just staring at me, right? I need everybody to write. What is your goal for 2020? Let's start there. What is your goal for 2020? We're gonna talk about the basics of success and how we're gonna help you actually get to that goal, right? How we're actually gonna be helping you get to that next level, right? Because I have a goal for 2020. I'm currently working towards getting that in my life, right? Touch six figures. That's what Jamil said. What's your actual goal, right? What is your actual goal? Like, what's the one goal that you have to get done in 2020? The one thing that you really have to get done, right? Getting my team to freedom, helping 3 people touch six figures, do all things with God, helping my team reach 6 figures. It doesn't matter what it is, right? I want you to, whatever your personal goal is. We're going to talk about that today, the basics of success, of how you're going to get to your goals, how you're going to get to your next level, right? Hopefully you're taking notes. Note takers are money makers. Understand that you're going to forget over 60%. Over 60% of the things I'm going to talk about today. But if you take notes, I promise you, and you review those notes, right? It's not good enough just to take notes, but are you actually going to review them, use them for your knowledge to actually get you to that next level, right? Touch at least 500 lives, financial freedom, calm my own sins. I love that, right? We're going to talk about the basic fundamental steps to actually get to your goals, right? So understand, number one, we have to define what success is, because if we don't know what success is, how can we go to something that we don't even know what it is, right? And if you listen to one of my, and I'm going to be dropping a lot of nuggets in here, so hopefully you pay attention. You listen to one of my favorite audios, the first audio I ever listened to, right, which is called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. The beginning, he says, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal, right? He said success is the progressive realization to a worthy ideal. What does that mean? That means whatever you find worthy, whatever you deem is worthy for you, the success of that is you progressively realizing that. It means you're getting better. You're getting closer to it every single day, right? Because a lot of times people say, oh, success is having $1 million. Success is having this nice watch. Success is having this girl or having this dude, right? Success is graduating. Success is having whatever it may be, right? People say this is success, but really what success is, it is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal, goal, vision, whatever you have, right? So I can't tell you what success means for you, right? Your success may not be the same success as me, right? My success is not going to be the same idea of your success, right? What I want to accomplish is not going to be the same thing that you want to accomplish in your life, right? So we're going to talk about how am I going to progressively realize my ideals and my future, my vision that I have for my life, right? We're going to talk about that today. So we're going to really touch these 4 topics, these 4 basic things that are going to help you get to your goals, help you get to the success that you desire. We're going to be off of that real quick, and then we're going to be on with the rest of our lives. We're going to enjoy the rest of our Monday, right? So the first basic to success is, who do you listen to? Everybody write that in the chat. Who do you listen to? 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 Let me get my water. Who do you listen to? The first basic understanding of how I'm going to get to our goals. Who do you listen to? Who do I listen to? Who do you listen to, right? Understand, I learned this from my guy, my mentor, my millionaire mentor, David Emanite. He said, who do you listen to? Right? He learned it from this guy named, he learned this from his mentor, right? Holton Bugs. He learns from his mentor, right? Who do you listen to? All right. So many times, and let's be quite honest, right? So many times we have a sense of, we get into an opportunity, whatever it may be, doesn't matter what you do, right? If you're in my business, if you're in somebody else's business, if you do hair, if you're in school, doesn't matter to you, right? We get in such situations, we have goals, we have desires, we have dreams, and we don't see them accomplished, not because we're not good enough, not because we don't know enough, not because we don't have the smarts enough. It's simply because we listen to the wrong people and the wrong ideas, the wrong things, right? Who do you actually listen to? Actually, I want you, every single person on this call, to look at themselves and say, who do I currently listen to, right? And not only do you say, who do I currently listen to, do they have the success? Do they have what I deem as success, right? Because some of you said a goal, right? Your goal was you want to touch 6 figures. Or let's say your goal was you want to touch 6 figures, right? Who do you listen to? And then say, okay, out of the people I listen to, do they actually have the success that I want? Out of the people that I listen to, they actually have the success that I want, right? And what that simply means is you have to be careful who you listen to, because the person that you listen to, the person that you follow, you'll follow that person, right? Right? The person that you follow, you're going to follow behind their footsteps and go in the same direction, right? It's crazy to me how some people have all these big dreams and big goals. You say you want to be a millionaire. We're going to take that because money is tangible. It's easy. You say you want to be the millionaire, but you listen to people who don't even have 5, 6 figures. You say you want to change hundreds and thousands of lives, but you listen to your friend who hasn't changed 2 or 3, right? Understand, who do you listen to is the fundamental thing you have to learn, because guess what? If you're not listening to the right thing, you're going to get the wrong results. Sheesh, hope you write that down. If you're not listening to the right thing, you're going to get the wrong results. Why? Because whatever you listen to becomes what you follow. Whatever you follow, that's going to determine the results that you have, right? And it's a lot of times, right? Because understand that you can have whatever you want, right? Understand, everybody on this call, you're God's highest form of creation. You can have literally every single thing that you want. The question is, are you going to listen to the right voice, the right people to get what you need, right? I told my team this the other day. I told the people I work with the other day, I said, listen, understand, how do you get to that level of success that you want? You get there by faith, right? How do you get faith? Faith comes by hearing. Faith comes by what? Hearing. So understand, I have to realize, what do I have coming in? What am I actually listening to that's going to affect my faith for what I have, right? Some of you on this call, you say you want to hit 6 figures, but you still listen to your broke friends about what you do, whatever it is. Whether you're saying you do hair, you do makeup, whether you say you trade, whether it's you say you do real estate, you listen to your broke friends and they say, oh, bro, you can't do that. You know how many people told me I couldn't do what I'm doing? You know how many people told Shay she couldn't do what she was doing? You know how many people told Mariah she couldn't do what she was doing? You know how many people know Morgan she couldn't do what she was doing? You know how many people told Chris that he couldn't do what he was doing? But understand, I was only listening to the people who had what I wanted, right? Because my friends didn't have what I wanted. My cousins, they didn't have what I wanted. My colleagues, my classmates, they didn't have what I wanted, right? So I had to listen to somebody that I had what I want. Because, right, understand when I say faith comes by hearing, right? If you look at the word here, we'll use the board, right? If you look at the word here, we're going to make that big. Look at the word here. Look at the last 3. Ear. What is coming through my ears? What am I actually listening to every single day? What's the thing that I'm actually paying attention to all the time that's going to actually say, you know what, it's time for me to actually listen to this person to get the results, right? Faith comes by hearing by the word, right? You have to speak words and then you'll hear, right? The understanding is in this life and what we're talking about our goals, understand who do you listen to? And I want you to write this down. I cannot listen to myself. I cannot listen to myself, right? Because a lot of times, understand, you talk to yourself about 70% of the time. What most of you do is you talk to yourself, ask yourself, Jordan, what I do this all the time. I used to do this all the time for real. I said, Jordan, what should I do? Well, then I had to realize one day, I said, Jordan, you're broke. Jordan, you are not at the level that you want to be. You haven't did all the things you want to do. So why am I listening to me, right? A lot of you listen to yourself about your situation when you're in the situation. When you should listen to somebody who's been to where you are and been to where you want to go so they can tell you how to get out of it. So you can't listen to myself. Like, and who do I listen to? I can't listen to me because I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have the things that I need to have the success that I desire, right? I don't have that. Right? So Jordan, I can't listen to me. Steven, you can't listen to you. Shay, you can't listen to you. Bianca, you can't listen to you. You need to listen to somebody else who has the success that you want, somebody who's been to the position that you want to be or currently is at the position that you want to be, regardless of what it is. It doesn't matter. If you want to be a great student, you can't listen to yourself because you're not a great student, obviously, because you wouldn't have to be asking to be a great student if you were one, right? So you have to understand what faith is. Faith is what am I hearing on a daily basis? And let's be honest, talking in the chat because y'all quiet today. Let's talk in the chat, right? Let's be honest. Do you feel like you're hearing the right things at least 90% of the time of your day? Put yes or no in the chat. Let's be honest, because you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. Understand? Let's be honest. Do you think you're listening to the right things over 90% of the time of every single day? A lot of people saying no. Getting a lot of no's. And I'm a no too. I'm a no too. And understand that every single person that says no, they're not in a position that they want. Because I want you to understand this, guys. And who do you listen to? You have to listen to the voice that's going to get you to the next level, right? It's crazy because in the Bible, Jesus told the disciples, he said, the voice you honor will multiply in your life. That means the voice you honor, the voice you listen to, the voice that you follow, regardless if they're speaking directly to you in that moment or not, the voice you honor is going to multiply in your life. And it's crazy because, and I'm not trying to be preachy, I don't care what your religion is, I'm not even here for that, right? I just want to teach you the principles, right? Understand, at that time, Jesus is literally, he was Jesus. He was the greatest leader ever. Like, they're like, bro, you're perfect. And he said, and he's like, the voice you honor will multiply your life. He said, greater works will you do than me. He said, you'll be greater than me. And they're like, bro, you're Jesus. Like, why are you going to be greater than me? Why? Because the voice you listen to, the people that you listen to, you're going to get to where they are faster. Sheesh. You're going to get to that place that they are faster. Right? It's crazy because when I started listening to my mentor, I got to the place that he was at quicker. I got to the place she was at quicker. With less problems. Crazy. When my boy CJ listened to what I said, he got to the places I was quicker. Right? Because the person you listen to, they're going to help you avoid the potholes that they had to go over. They're going to help you avoid the straying off that they went over, right? Understand this. It takes faith in the person that you're listening to. Sheesh. Right? Because understand this, and this is the point. I told my team this last week, and I want to tell everybody on this call. Understand, your faith is only as good as the credibility of the person that you put it in. I'll say it one more time for you. Your faith is only as good as the person that you as the person's credibility that you put it in. Right? Understand, and we're talking about our business. Understand the reason why you haven't grown is because you put the faith in the people in your business, and they're not good enough. I'm just gonna be completely honest. The reason why you're not at the next level is because you put faith in people in your business who aren't good enough. Not saying that they're not going to be good enough, but they don't have the success that you want. Some of you put faith in your boyfriend and girlfriend. To be honest, they're not good enough to get you where you want to go. The question is, look at the credibility of the person that you put your faith in. Right? I hear it so many times, especially in our business. There's so many times people say, man, bro, they not doing nothing. Man, man, all these trades in stop loss, bro. Man, Even in ninth force, oh, bro, man, the economy is trash, bro. I can't, bro. Man, minimum wage, bro. It's just killing me, right? Because you're putting your faith in things that are not a credible source. Like, to be honest with you, personally, I put my faith in God and the universe. I believe in God. I put my faith in God because I understand He's the most credible person I know. He's the most credible being I know. So I put my credibility in a source, in people, in things that have credibility. I put my faith in my mentor. Why? Because they have what I want. I understand that they've been to where I want to go. So I have faith. I have trust in them that they're not going to lead me into the right direction. They're going to lead me into the right direction, right? So you have to understand that the credibility of your faith is based off the credibility of the people that you put it in, right? So stop putting your faith in people who don't have what you want. Stop putting your faith in people who don't have the best interest at heart, right? Because understand that just because somebody's close to you doesn't mean they care for you. Sheesh. Right? That's another, we'll talk about that later, right? But understand that the first thing you understand is, who do I listen to? Who is the person that I'm going to listen to get the success that I want, right? If you got to put a 7 in the chat, let's see if you got it. We're going to move on to the next one. Y'all quiet today. Yeah, y'all quiet. So we're going to move on to number 2. Right, we'll move on to number 2. Y'all not feeling it. So, number 2, right? So number 1, we have, who do you listen to? Number 2, this is about to get y'all right here. Number 2, right? Number 2, we have the teachability. The teachability index. Teachability index. Drop teachability index in the chat. Let's see who has hooked on phonics. Let's see who can spell. Who's the killer to be in the chat? Teachability index, right? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This is where most people fail. This is where I struggle with. Everybody struggles with this. Everybody struggles with this. Everybody struggles with this, right? Okay, so let's say, Jordan, boom, I know who I listen to. I listen to this person. They have what I want. I listen to this person. They have what I want. Now, my question to you is, look at yourself and say, am I teachable and coachable? That's the second step, right? Because we're talking about, let's say, where we used to go, I want to make 6 figures, because that's easy, that everybody can see that. I want to make 6 figures. Am I teachable and coachable enough to do the things to make 6 figures? Am I teachable and coachable enough, right? The teachability index is important because it's cool if who you listen to, right? Because, and then people ask me all the time, right? People think all the time it's because I follow this person, I directly should get the same results. No, right? Because the thing is, you can listen to somebody and still not, let me say it like this. You can hear somebody and not listen. That's the better way of saying it, Jordan. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that one. You can listen to somebody, hear somebody and not listen, right? Teachability index, right, simply states is, what is your willingness to learn? What is your willingness to learn? Most people on this call are willing to learn because you're on a call that's actually learning right now, right? On a scale of 0 to 100, what's your willingness to learn? Put it in the chat. How willing are you to actually learn information? 0 to 100. Put it in the chat. Let's be honest. Willing to learn information. For somebody to teach you something, you learn. What's your willingness to learn? Right? We're talking about that. Hopefully you can see willingness to learn. I'm going to be completely honest. I love learning. So my willingness to learn is 100. It's easy. I love to learn. I want to learn. Right? Most people would check off on the 100 list of willingness to learn because they want to learn. They want, you're here, you have a goal. So in your goal, you understand you have to learn things, right? But where people mess up in the teachability index not only says, what is your willingness to learn? The question also says, what is your willingness to change, right? Because understand that your comfort zone, the place you're in currently, can't get you to the next level. Your comfort zone can't get you to the next level. So what is not only what's your willingness to learn, but you have to multiply it by your willingness to change. And for most people on this call, we can be honest or not, it doesn't matter. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong, right? Most people on this call, I'm going to be honest with you, your willingness to change is 0. So you're multiplying 100 times 0. If you multiply 100 times 0, what do you get? Somebody in the chat tell me. You multiply 100 times 0, what do you get? Right? Because understand 0. Right? Because understand most people have a willingness to learn, but the moment I tell somebody, hey, this is what you have to do to get to that next level, 0. I was talking to some people a couple of weeks ago. I said, listen, you want to get to the next level in the company, you want to hit P150 in the company or something, you want to hit P150, understand you're going to start talking to people. And they say, oh, Jordan, I'm shy. You ask me, What do I need to do to get to the next level? You had to, I was to learn. I said, I'm shy. I don't like talking to people. Well, you don't like the goal then. Because you don't like, you don't like the goal. Right? Because you don't have willingness to change. So obviously you're not teachable. Right? A lot of people say, oh, bro, I'm teachable and coachable. No, you're not, because when your mentor says something to do, tell you to do something, you call them back afterwards and say, oh, bro, I ain't done it yet. What? Oh, I'm going to get to it. You're not teachable. You're not teachable. You're not coachable. So you just set yourself up to fail. You have the right person to listen to, but ask yourself, am I willing to change, right? It's crazy because I used to have a conversation with my mentor, and she would tell me to do stuff, and I would get so mad. I would be like, bro, I do not want to do that. But I looked at myself and said, Jordan, you're broke. You don't have the success that you want. It's time that you listen to somebody who has the success that you have, that you want, right? And immediately change, and I immediately start seeing your results because I said I have to change, right? Nothing is changed until it's changed. You have to make a decision. Everybody on this call, you have to make a decision today to say, I have to change in order to get the results, right? Because if you were good enough right now, you would have the 6 figures. If you're good enough right now, you would have impacted 500 plus lives. If you're good enough right now, you will be financially free, but obviously you're not. You have to be able to change. You have to be able to switch it up, but change is hard for people. Why? Because change requires you to let your ego go. Sheesh. A lot of people don't want to change because they have egos. Ego stands for let your emotions go. Also stands for edging God out. You allow yourself to let your ego keep you from where you want to go. You allow yourself to let your ego stop you because you have you feel like you can't ask for help. You feel like, oh, bro, I already know what's up. But if okay, that's cool, right? But you understand you have to have a high willingness to change. Your ability to change is going to help you be able to be fluid in different situations, right? Be able to be fluid and understanding what works, what doesn't work. Because guess what? If it didn't work, if I'm struggling, I'm calling my mentor and be like, I'm calling somebody who has the success that I want, who has what I want, and say, what did you do? And say, bro, can you prescribe me this, right? No, be completely honest. As somebody who's somebody who's also acts as a mentor and is also as a mentee. I'm talking to all my mentors here, all my leaders, all my people who are trying to help people to get to that same level as them. I'm really talking to the mentees, really. If you're just a mentee, if somebody else is helping you listen, is helping you try to get to where they are, right? Understand, if your mentor tells you something, right? Understand they're not telling you to change because they think they're so hot. They think they're so awesome. They're telling you to change because they want you to get to that same level. Understand that when your mentor talks to you and gives you criticism, it's not criticism. This is the word. I heard this from Shaquille O'Neal, and it changed my life. He said, if somebody who has what you want or has been to a place that you want to be, anything they tell you that is against what you're doing, it cannot be criticism. It is only information. And the reason why people are stuck is because every time somebody says, oh, you're not doing this right, oh, you're not doing this, you should do this, you should do this, they take it as criticism when it's really just information to help you get to that next level. Right? They let their egos, get hurt. They get sensitive. They feel like they take everything personal. Oh, bro, you said this to me, bro. I have people in my org. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna be transparent. I have people in my org. That I help get to levels unfollow me on the ground. Why? Because I said something that was personal. They hurt their feelings. But they asked me. They told me, Jordan, I need you to help me get to the next level. But all I'm doing is giving you information. I'm not criticizing you. Because understand, I've been there too. I'm getting you information to get you to that next level, right? Understand that you have to understand if you're a mentee, and I'm a mentee still. And I'm talking to myself. I'm not really talking to you. I'm really talking to myself, right? Understand the things that you're hearing is not a criticism of you. It's information to help you to get to that next level, right? But understand you have to have a willingness to change, right? This week, for the rest of this week, Tuesday through forever, for the rest of this year, I want you to ask yourself, when you feel that thing like, bro, I don't want to do that, ask yourself and just be like, Jordan, whatever your name is, fill in the blank, self, you're not where you want to be. So you should let's just listen. Let's just apply it, right? Let's just see what happens. Because what's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work. Guess what you've been doing right now ain't been working. So hell, let's try something else, right? But you understand the change. A lot of people don't change, like they said. You have to get uncomfortable, and a lot of people don't want to be uncomfortable. They love being in that comfort zone because it feels good. It feels beautiful. But your comfort zone is your broke zone, right? So what's the first point? Somebody tell me. We got to see, all right? We got to see who has been paying attention, who's been writing notes. What's the first point? What's the first basic? What's the first basic? Somebody tell me in the chat. What's the first basic? Who do you listen to? Shout out to you, Savannah. Shout out to you. What's number two? What's number two? What's number two? What's number two? That's number two. The teachability index, right? The teachability index. Teachability index. Number three. I love this one. This is my favorite one. Most of my content, most of the things that I listen to, most of the things that have helped me get to that next level, I understand from this point, right? Understand. You have the teachability index. Number one, you have who do you listen to. Number two, you have the teachability index. Number three, you have the training, and I can't spell, training balance scale. Training balance scale, the training balance scale, that's important. Now, we're gonna spend a little time on this one because this is where the meat and bones, really the first two is if you get the first two right, but this is like that, the macaroni and cheese on Thanksgiving. Like you need the turkey and the ham, but everybody going to get that mac and cheese too. So you need this, right? Understand the training balance scale. What's the training balance scale, Jordan? It basically is a scale that says, understand that 90 to about 99% of success comes from the spiritual side, right? Taking notes, hopefully you can read that and see that. 90 to 99% of success comes from the spiritual side. About 1 to 10% comes from the physical. If you got that, put a 5 in the chat. I want to make sure you got that. I don't want to move too fast. What's this? Don't undershirt. Okay. If you got that, put a 5 in the chat. I just want to make sure everybody got that. Everybody's clear. Clear. I want to be clear today. Right. So understand 90 to 99% is success comes from the spiritual side. 1 to 10% comes from the physical side. Understand with that, what does the spiritual side mean? Spiritual side means the side of your words, right? And if you're taking notes, I want you to write this on this side, right? On the spiritual side, what do you have? You have your words. You have your thoughts. You have your feelings. You have your what's the words I'm looking for? You have what you hear, your senses, your taste, what you see, right? Those are like the main things, right, that are in the spiritual side, right? A lot of times people are so focused on, oh, Jordan, how did I do this? Jordan, how did I do this? How did I do this? What did you do for this, right? They're so worried about that. They don't even get the spiritual side to it, your mindset. Understand, guess what? Money, I learned this from my mentor, Alex Morton, right? He said money is energy. It flows to you. I learned this from Bob Proctor. He said money flows to you. He said money can't talk, but it can listen. And ask yourself, what do you say? What are your words daily, right? Because I hear so many people in my organization, in Money Team, in Trade House, and across on Instagram, they always saying, I'm broke. I'm poor. I don't have any money. Oh man, I don't know how to do this. Oh man, this is hard. My third leg is trash. I got a weak leg. Bro, every single trade I get in hits SL. Right? What are your words? What are your thoughts? Because everything you speak, you think. Sheesh. Thank you, God, for that one. Everything you speak, you think, right? Out of the heart. The Bible says, out of the heart, the mouth speaks. Right? So everything you say comes from your heart. Out of the heart, the mouth speaks. If the mouth speaking, you're hearing what you're in your heart. Faith comes by hearing. Everything that you have faith for comes out into the physical realm of the world, right? So what are you saying? What are your thoughts? What is your mind? What are your feelings? How do you feel? Some people wake up and you feel like trash. You wake up and you just don't like. Some people wake up and I'm just like, right? Understand that most of your success comes from that, right? The people that I hear said they're broke, 10 times out of 10, they're broke. The people I hear that say, "Oh, bro, this person, these people on my team, they just not doing nothing." 9 times out of 10, the people on the team never do anything. The people that say, "Oh, bro, like I don't know how to hit this. I don't know how to do this." 9 times out of 10, they never know how to do it, right? Understand, the person who believes they can is mostly right. The person who believes they can't is mostly right, right? Understand that most of your success comes from this, right? Understand that faith comes from hearing by the word. What are you saying, right? Life and death is in the power of the tongue. So whatever you speak, you're either going to speak your future or your funeral. What have you been speaking? Ask yourself, right? Ask yourself, like, I'm going to be honest, this call today is not to pump and prime you, get you excited, get you turned. I don't care about all that. Like, I don't care about the response. I don't care about everybody. I'm just being real tonight, right? Understand that a lot of you've killed your dreams. Sheesh. And I was thinking for myself, you killed where you could have been because you spoke the wrong thing, right? You killed what you could have been because you spoke the wrong thing, because you always talking down on, you always talking negative, right? That's why I say, who do you listen to? You listen to you more than you listen to anybody else. So you know what I said? I said, Jordan, I gotta stop listening to me, because obviously I don't have what I want. So what am I gonna do? I want to listen to other people. I'm gonna listen to other people so much that what other people say, I'm going to speak, right? What other people say, I'm going to speak. So I started listening to personal development every single day. I started listening to Bob Proctor. I started listening to Alex Moore. I started listening to Bryce Thompson. I started listening to Nathan Samuel. I started listening to Christopher Rice. I started listening to Ari Martin. I started listening to Kimberly Christie. I started listening to Grant Cardone. I started listening to Gary Vee. I started listening to Napoleon Hill. I started listening to Andrew Carnegie. I started listening to Dale Carnegie. I started listening to Les Brown. I started listening to all these people who had the success that I want, because I understand if I listen to you enough, I will start thinking like you think. I'll start saying what you say. And I'll start acting like you, right? So you have to focus on your words, your thoughts. That's the meat, right? A lot of people, they ask about how. And understand the physical side is not going to definitely get you to that level immediately, right? Understand that you have to work on the words, your thoughts, your mindsets, your feeling, what you hear and see and taste, and you have to work on the physical, right? The physical, the 1 to 10% of the physical is the how-to, right? The how-to, the work, the how-to, the work, the strategies, whatever you're trying to do, strategy, I can't spell. Yeah, something like that. The strategy, the planning, the execution. That's all the how. That stuff is going to happen if you speak the right things. Because if you speak the right things, you're going to start acting like the word thing, right? You have to get to that point where you really focus on your words. What do you say daily? It's crazy. I got a book. It's a little book. It's crazy because David told me to read this book, and it's literally changed my life. It's a little book. It's called Hung by the Tongue, right? It's a Christian book. It's Hung by the Tongue. It literally is a study of the words of your mouth, presenting in the serious simplicity truth of what you say is what you get. And this book is literally gold. Like, it really changed my business, changed my life, right? Because I had to figure out, why am I saying what I'm saying? Why am I speaking what I'm speaking, right? Understand what are your words? What are your words? What do you say? And number 2, what do you write down? How many people on this call have their goals written down? How many people on this call have their goals written down? And not only written down, how many people see their goal every day? How many people live, and I like to call this a vision environment? And like, I can't even really show you for real. But like, if you would just like to see, like, I have pictures, I have goals all around my room. I have goals on the ceiling. Because they have to be around what I want. I created a vision environment, like literally on my phone. If I open my phone, I have like I have my vision. I see it every day, right? I I I I look at things that are going to get me to the level that I want, right? And most of you understand that if you have not accomplished a goal, it's simply because you haven't heard it enough. Understand, if you do not accomplish a goal, it's because you haven't heard it enough, right? Literally, a lot of you probably been in turmoil. You've been trying to figure out, what do I need to do? I'm not at the level I really want to be at. Understand that it's crazy, because all you have to do, number one, you need to write the goal down, because your words are powerful. That you writing it comes from thoughts. Understand, thoughts are things, right? Understand, when you write it down, you're going to start seeing. You're going to see it. Understand, you have to understand, how do I get belief? How do I be able to put the work in for what I'm doing? You can't put the work in if you don't have the right feeling, right? Because people don't put work in for things they don't like, right? And most of you, because you spoke the wrong thing so much, you started hating your goal. Yikes, there's gonna be no amens tonight, right? Understand, the reason why you're stuck, or the reason why you haven't got to where you did, is because you started speaking the wrong things, getting the wrong results, and you started hating your goal. I know people who love trading. They start speaking, oh, I keep hitting stop loss, kept hitting stop loss. Now they're talking about, bro, I hate trading, bro. Because you start hating the thing because you spoke it into existence, right? It's crazy. I was on David was on his Instagram, said your present was present, right? Understand, your present was present. What that mean? That everything that happened right now, you presented by what you're talking, by what you said. Everything happening right now was present. Now the thing is, you can change your present by changing what you're presenting right now, right? Some of you have been presenting lack in your life for so long that you got to take all that garbage out. Like, it's crazy. Like, I used to tell myself I was rich every day. Like, still do. I said, bro, I'm rich. Like literally, I had a conversation with some of my people on my team today. We were talking about, somebody was like, oh, 60,000 is a lot of money. I said, bro, 60,000 is nothing, bro. That's nothing. Why? Because I'm conditioning my mind to understand, like, I'm going to be at the point, like, 60,000, that's nothing, bro. That's change, right? Because you have to rewrite. How do you think? What do you say, right? The Bible says, write the vision, make it plain for those who see it will run, right? The reason why you're running is because you don't have a plain vision, right? You got to focus on the spiritual side of saying, I have to write down my words. I have to write down what I'm saying. I have to speak what I'm saying, right? Because if, as long as I see the vision, I'm going to run towards it. Write the vision, make it plain for those who see it will run, right? For all my people who are trying to hit, we'll talk about the business for a second. For all the people trying to hit the next rank, the reason why your team is not going to the right direction is because you haven't given them the direction to go in. Because you haven't given them the vision. You haven't explained to them the vision so they could see it, so they actually have a thing to run for and how it affects them, right? Understand that if you want to get to that next level, you have to write the vision, make it plain for those who see it will run, right? Because if you write the vision, right, and write the vision, if you see it, you're going to want it. If you saw six figures, you saw that I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a six-figure earner every single day, you're going to naturally start putting the work in for it to happen, right? But a lot of times, you understand, but this is the kicker. This is where people mess up. Understand that just because it's 99% of the work doesn't mean you still have to do this, right? Because a lot of y'all speak it and you don't do nothing. You still got to put in work, right? You still got to put in work. You still got to plan. You still got to do the how-to. You still got to execute. Right, I learned this from my guy, Walt Z. Wattles. He wrote a book called The Science of Getting Rich. Hopefully you read the book. It's a great book. If you ain't read Science of Getting Rich, go get the book. Walt Z. Wattles. He wrote it in 1908. He said, it's not about doing things, certain things, it's about doing things in a certain way. You have to do things in a certain way. So it's not good enough just to speak. You have to actually go do it in a certain way, right? Because a lot of you just speak. You sound good for IG, and you're not doing nothing, because faith without works is dead, right? So you have to put the work in. You have to put the feeling in it so you can actually go do the work. Because if you feel good, if you felt great, if you felt lit, you're going to do the work. I feel great. I'm already happy and grateful now that 30 people on this call are going to hit six-figure income in 2020. I'm already happy and grateful now. The question is, who got it? Who just got excited for me saying that? A lot of people didn't. A lot of people like, it's not like, he's not talking to me, right? Because you have not associated the right feelings to get what you want. Every time somebody says six figures, I get hyped. I get excited because I'm going to get six figures. Like, if somebody even says six figures, I'm about to just, like, I just get happy. Like, six figures, what? Like, where? What we get? How we getting it? What we doing? Right? Somebody says I'm happy and grateful now that 30 people on the call, 6 figures, I'm going crazy, right? Because I'm going to be one. I want to track my feeling, right? It's crazy. I understand, like, you put your feelings behind it. When you feel it, you'll be close to it. When you feel it, you're close to it. When you feel it, you're close to it. I'll say it again. When you feel it, you're close to it, right? So you have to stay close to what you're feeling. You have to always be in the right feeling, no matter when stuff goes wrong, right? When stuff doesn't go the way you want it to go. When things don't happen the way you want them to. Like I said, I'm not trying to be biblical, spiritual, whatever. I just, like, it's just what I know. I'm just talking about principles, right? Understand all things work together for the good of them. All things, right? A lot of times you went through bad things in your business and bad things in your relationships, bad things in your finances, bad things and everything. And now you're trying to, oh, bro, it's so bad for me. I understand everybody has problems, but all things work together. So I get to really, I sit there and say, bro, how is this going to help me? Let me speak the words that I want. That's why we say, I'm so happy and grateful now, right? So I always start calls and say, what are you grateful for? I'm already happy and grateful now that I have this. Because whatever you're grateful for, you'll get more of. Sheesh, and I'm about to move on for real because we got to go. Whatever you're grateful for, you'll get more of. So when I say I'm happy and grateful now, I'm a millionaire, I'm going to get more of that. I'm so happy and grateful now I have life. I'm breathing. I'm going to get more life. I'm going to get more breath, right? Understand you have to be happy and grateful now, because if you're happy and grateful now, you have the right feeling, right? If I'm happy and grateful now, I'm a chairman. If I'm happy and grateful now, I'm a 6-figure earner. If I'm happy and grateful now, I have a multi-million-dollar business. I'm going to feel it, and I'm going to put in the work to make sure it happens, right? But y'all good on that. So we're going to the next one. Look, y'all quiet today, bro. Who's lit? Put some fire emoji if you're just lit. If you're just happy, just excited. You feel blessed. I feel blessed. I'm lit. Like I'm just, like, excited. The last thing we do, right? And it's crazy because some people who know where I get this training from, this fourth one, I'm gonna switch it up. And I'm actually gonna do the David thing, right? Understand the last thing, guys. The last thing, step 4. Number 1, what was step 1? What was step 1? What was basic number 1? What's up, class? What's up, class? Let's see who's gonna get an A in the class. Who do you listen to? What's number 2? Let's see who's still gonna get the A. Three? What's number 3? Okay, man, I see you. Okay, Sequoia, I see you. Okay, Lando, I see you. And the last guys, we off of here for real. I'm almost at an hour. I'm at 46 minutes. We gotta get it going because I started a little late. We gotta get it going. The last one. If you can see it, put it in the chat. I'm not even gonna say it. If you can see it, put it in the chat. And this is where 90 to 99% of you will fail. You can get through you can get through the first 3. You can fight your way through the first 3, but this is where most of you will fail because you're not patient. And the 4th step, if you really want to be successful, you need to be patient. Why? Because everything happens in due time. Everything happens. Everything is going to happen. It has no choice. Like when I say I'm so happy and grateful now, I'm a chairman 10. I'm so happy and grateful now, I'm a 6-figure earner. I'm so happy and grateful now, I'm a multi-millionaire. That stuff is already done. It's finished. The question is, am I going to be patient enough to actually see it? Right? You have to be patient, right? I tell people all the time, you got to speak what you see. Speak what you see until you see what you say. Speak what you see until you see what you say. Understand that requires you to be patient, because everything's not going to happen right when you want it to. How many people in the chat, and we got to be out for real. How many people in the chat, put a 4 in the chat if you ever had a goal, a date for the goal, and it didn't happen. You had a goal, you had a date, and it was like, dang, bro, it did not happen. Right? Now, the question is, when that doesn't happen exactly when you want it to, right? And for now on, this is what I want you to do for now on. Like, I don't want you to just take this call and just be like, oh, I was on another call, post on Instagram, hey guys, I was on the call, right? I want you to actually take this and apply it, right? When you ever had that problem, you say, bro, I didn't accomplish the goal. Are you going to be down about it? Or are you going to go back to step 3 and say, I got to fix what I say, fix what I speak, right? Because obviously it's the reason why it didn't happen, right? And his question is, are you going to be patient enough, right? The reason why most of you don't hit the goals, like I said, is because you don't hear it enough and because you weren't ready enough. Right? So not only you not hit a goal because you didn't hear it enough, you probably weren't ready enough. You probably weren't equipped with the things you needed to be equipped with to actually be able to hold the goal, which is why there's a law, they're called the law of capacity. You have to be able to withhold the things that are given to you, right? So law of capacity, right? So understand that I have to be patient for the things that I want. It's crazy because I remember this conversation like this yesterday. I was in New York. I was sitting at the table. It was me. It was me, Chris, Oge, and Ari. We were sitting at the table, New York, in August 2019. And I remember I told Oge in his face, I said, bro, Chairman 10 is done by Dallas. And I really believed it. I was saying it every day. I was speaking it. Did it happen? Heck no. Didn't even come close. Didn't even come close. Right? But I understand that moment. I said, bro, why did I hit it? I was like, oh, because I wasn't ready enough. I would have had it and lost it. I would have had it and it would have been gone because I wasn't equipped with the right things. I wasn't had the capacity to hold what I wanted, right? So I understand you have to be patient. What does patience require? Patience requires you to wait, right? It requires you to wait. How does patience happen, right? Because you're speaking the thing, right? When I say I'm so happy and grateful now, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm this. Understand, I'm there now. I'm like when you say I'm so happy and grateful now, I'm a 6-figure earner. You're a 6-figure earner. Congrats. Woo! Say I'm so happy and grateful now. You're a chairman. Guess what? Your flyer just dropped. Congrats. Whoever says that, whoever believes they're a chairman 10, congrats, you are your chairman. Like, let's go and get the way. Say congratulations. Congrats, Shay, you're a chairman. Congrats, Amanda, you're a chairman. Congrats, Belly, you're a chairman. Woo! Yay, you hit it. Right? Let's get that all the way. Now the question is, are you gonna be patient to actually see it? Because you are it, but are you gonna be able to have the patience to see it? Because a lot of people said they're chairman and then they didn't have the patience to see it and they quit. A lot of people say, oh, bro, I'm about to take this by storm. I'm about to be a 6-figure earner, but they didn't have the patience to see it. They said it. They were it. They just didn't have the patience to see it, right? So I understand you have to have the patience to actually see it through. What does that mean, right? Because, like I said, I'm teaching you principles tonight. Don't take what I'm saying like I'm trying to force this down your whatever. I'm just teaching you principles because I understand principles, right? Understand that in the Lord's Prayer, and it's crazy because I really thought about this the other day. Lord's Prayer says, Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name, the kingdom come that will be done. That kingdom come that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It's crazy. They said on that kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven, which means that on earth is done and heaven is done because you said it, right? So that means whenever you say it, God's time is not the same as man's time, right? So you have to understand that God's time is immediate, right? But our time is actually a physical process of us waiting, right? God's time is not time on the clock. Right? Our time is time on the clock where we have to actually wait for something to happen. Right? This is literally like, how can I create? Understand, I do a training. I may do it for one of these calls and one of these Mondays coming soon. It's called how you're a creator, right? I'll talk about creating, how to create things in your life, right? And understand that you, since you're God's highest form of creation, you have his image and his likeness. So that means you can create like him because you have his likeness, right? And how do you create? He created with his words and what he spoke. And he literally said, let there be light, and there was light. But the thing about the verse is, he said, let there be light, and. The word and is a significant part of the sentence because and equals time, right? So understand when you say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a chairman, blah, blah, blah. The and, you're in the and portion, right? Because like when God said, let there be light, and there was light, and he saw that it was good, right? He literally saw light but that doesn't mean the light happened immediately. He had the and period. The and was time. Nobody knows how long it took. Then he saw it was good, right? So when you say I'm happy, grateful, now I'm a chairman, you are a chairman. The and period is the time, but you have to see that it's good right then, right? God didn't wait to see the light actually happen before he said it was good. He said, and he saw it was good. He saw that it was good when he said it, right? So understand, when you say it, you have to understand it as good as done, right? So understand your time, the and part is your time part, right? And understand that, like I said, God doesn't use our time. That's like, he doesn't. So what does he use? He uses right now. So the question is, when you say I'm a chairman, are you going to work like it? Because when you show that you actually working like it, you show that you deserve it, you're going to get it, right? Our time is actual time, right? And a lot of times what time stands for, when I say be patient, is time stands for things I must experience, right? Understand, time stands for things I must experience. There's the things that you have to go through to get to where you want to be, right? Understand that the time factor is not about a date. It's not about, 2 hours. Understand, time for God is things that you have to go through, things you have to experience to be able to get to that next level, right? It's the reason why that I said the voice you honor multiplies in your life. It's the reason why I talk about who do you listen to, because whoever you listen to will cut down your time. Hopefully, write that down in your notes right now. The person I listen to will cut down my time. He will cut down the things. She will cut down the things that I have to experience. So it in turn will shorten the physical time, the actual date, the actual thing, right? This is spiritual time, physical time, as in 12:05, things I must experience. Cool. Things I must experience. Understand that the spiritual time is things you have to go through. Physical time is the actual time, whatever the time is, like the actual healing of the actual work, right? Understand that a lot of you, the reason why you're not at the level that you want is because you haven't experienced the things that you need to experience to get to that level. Now, what are the things you can experience? Sometimes you have to experience a pullback. Sometimes you have to experience negative. That way you understand how to maneuver in the negative to become forward, right? And I'll give you a quick story, right? When I first started this business, I failed miserably the first time. And I learned some things that I took forward, right? I literally could not get more than 4 people in my business, right? The first time, right? And I did not know what to do, but it was things I was experiencing to get me to the next level, right? Then I went through, I tried, like, I was like, okay, I'm about to really focus, I'm about to do it again, right? The second time, I got about 6 to 8 people. I was literally like, always like 2 away from P600, then I would have a decline. 2 people away, like be like 1 person away P600, go back to 6 people. I was like, it was always a pullback. I had to learn from experience, right? And most of my experience came because I didn't listen, and I could have avoided most of that, right? Then the third time, I said, okay, I'm going to take my experiences, I'm going to learn from them, I'm going to listen to, follow these basics, and I'm going to see a multiple success, right? And literally in that span, and 4 months later, I was P2000. Not because I was great, not because I'm awesome or whatever. It's simply because I understood time. There was things I had to go through, right? A lot of times you compare yourself. A lot of times people on this call, you compare yourself to other people, but you don't understand what they experience. Sheesh. This is why I can't compare myself to I can't compare myself to Keith. I can't compare myself to David, because there was things that they experienced that was able to help them propel them to where they are right now. It's things that Amanda went through that got her to the success level that she is, right? And there's people that probably looked at Amanda and it's like, bro, how is she at P1 and I can't get it? She's been here longer. I've been here longer than her. I can't get it, right? But understand, it's things that she had to experience. Right? Understand when I remember when Oge joined the Ori, he smashed me to Chairman 25. He smashed me, and I used to be like, bro, I literally welcome this man into the chat. How can he beat me to where I want to be? Then I understand, Jordan, there's things he already experienced that helped him get to where he is. Things he already went through that you haven't gone through yet, that you need to get to that level, right? So understand, being patient requires not being able to compare. You can't compare yourself to other people, right? The only person I tell people on my team, the only person I compare myself to is me. Am I better than I was yesterday, right? Am I better than I was, right? Understand, you have to experience some things. There's certain things you have to go through first. There's certain things that you're going to have to say, I have to get through this first in order to make me better and more well-equipped to get to that next level. I take this, I love sports, right? And it's crazy because I was watching Kobe's memorial service today, and Michael Jordan got him talking. If you know anything about Michael Jordan got crushed them first years. He was getting crushed by the bad boy Pistons, right? He was getting crushed. He was getting demolished. He was getting beat down. He was getting tore up. And he realized and said, okay, MJ, I experienced this. What I need to do to fix where I'm at? And he said, you know what? The reason why I'm not getting that next level because I'm not strong enough. And he went to the gym. He would go to the gym. He would work out. He got bigger. And then eventually, when he was going to the hole, he was able to finish some layups. He was able to finish some dunks over Lambeer and all them. Why? Because he figured out what he had to experience taking the L first so he could get to the dub, right? He had experience taking the L, and when he took the L so much, right, a lot of people would have quit. A lot of people would have been in my position, being a year in the game, couldn't even get past peak 600, and they would have quit because they weren't patient enough. They weren't patient to see what they said, right? A lot of people that were MJ would have quit, and then they would have missed out on the 6 consecutive championships. Why? Because what he said, what he saw, he didn't allow what he saw to stop him from where he was going, right? He didn't allow what he saw to stop him from saying, I have to experience these things to get me to the next level. And what I want everybody on this call to understand, the 44 of you on this call, I want you to understand that there's things you have to go through. There's things you're going to experience. There's things that are going to happen in your life that you're going to think are bad. She said, I talked about this, like all things work together, right? I said all things work, right? Understand there's things that you're doing that are going to be bad. There's things that are going to annoy you. There's things that are going to be a setback to your going to success at that moment. But understand, there's things you have to experience. Every time something bad happens in my organization, quote unquote bad, because I don't think anything bad happens in my organization. I think everything's good. Like, it's crazy. Like, Kim was like, check the back office. And literally, that's the biggest drop I've ever seen in my life a week ago. And I was like, oh, cool, that's what's up. All right. And then literally 2 days later, we got that back and some, right? Because I understand that everything that happens in my organization is good. All things work together for the good. So everything that happens to me is good. Everything that happens to me is good. Why? Because it's going to teach me, it's going to give me another experience that I can use to get to that next level. I promise you, every single person that told you no was good. Why? Because it taught you, dang, this person, when they say this, I need to say this. Every single person that said they would get on the call and they never got on was good. Every single trade that hit stop loss was good for you. Every single account that you blew, it was good because it was an experience that you're going to learn from. Now the question is, it's only going to be good if you learn from it, right? And this is why all these basics come together. Because what's number two? Number 2 is the teachability index. It's not good enough for you just to learn from it, from the experience, but what do you have to do? Somebody put in the change. Somebody put in the chat. You can't just learn from it. What do you have to do? You can't just learn from it. If you remember point 2, I say learning is not good enough. You have to be able to change, right? And the last thing I want to talk about, and we're off, right? And like I said, you have to be able to change, right? Because those things you're experiencing when you're in the patient, when you're in the patient stage, when you're waiting, right? You have to change, right? Because a lot of you're going through what we like to call the good old challenge, right? And it's crazy because in challenges, if you really look in the word challenges, you take the first 3 and the last 3 letters, and you get the word change, right? The first 3 letters, last 3 letters, you get change in the word challenge, right? So that means to me, and I love words. I learned from David and MT, everything matters. Everything means something, right? Wow, it's crazy. Like, we took the word challenge and they put the first 3 and the last 3 letters are change, right? Because understand, challenges begin and end with change. Challenges end and begin with change. So understand, if you get into a point in your time and you're like, bro, I don't know how I'm going to get past this, it's probably a sign that you have to change what you're doing. Probably a sign that you have to change changing what you're doing doesn't mean you have to do something different. So maybe sometimes you have to do more of what you're doing. Maybe sometimes you have to do less. Maybe sometimes you have to just flip it 180, right? But with that being said, guys, I don't want to be too long. I want to be long-winded. I hate being eternal. I want to be effective. But that's it for this one. Like, I just really want to go over the basics, and that's a tough message. That's one that people don't get excited for. It's not gonna make you jump, scream, holler. But I truly believe the best message you hear is not the one that's gonna make you jump, make you excited, make you scream. It's the one that you actually apply to your life. So all I ask you to do is apply it this week. Really apply it all 2020. Like, have these 4 basics in the back of your mind. I think about these every single day, right? I think about these every single day. Why? Because if you master the basics, you'll get the success that you desire, right? So what I want you to do, guys, number one, if you got value, put 777 in chat. If you got value, I want you to put 777 in chat. I just want to see, like, I appreciate everybody. Like, I'll never take these for granted. Why? Because you could have been doing anything else. You didn't have to come on here. It could have been just me. I could have been talking to myself, but I love every single person on this call, regardless if I know you're not, right? If you have some, like, I tell people all the time, I'm doing these calls every Monday. Every Monday at 9, right? If you have friends, family, I don't care if they on the team or not, bro, put them on the calls, because at the end of the day, we can add value to anybody, regardless if they trade or not, because this information is not just about trading. This is life, right? But go in the chat, throw some emojis in there. I don't care what emojis you throw. Throw the gym emoji. Hell, throw something. It's also going to be recorded. This is recorded. It's also be on my YouTube if you want to watch it back again. But follow me on the IG. I am Jordan Haynes. If you don't follow me already. I love every single person on this call. Understand that knowledge is not power. Apply knowledge is power. If you don't apply it, don't get mad when it doesn't work because you didn't do anything, right? But understand, guys, at the end of the day, I love you. Hope I see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. We'll never let down on anybody on the bottom unless we're going to help them up. Be blessed. Have a great rest of your Monday. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys next week. Peace, love, happiness, and let's go make this happen, bro.